All right, take three. Let's see if this works. Okay, we got it all figured out. Yeah. This was supposed to not be a test. This was the real thing, but yeah, I'm already screwing up. What a big deal. Whatever. I don't care. You know. If you're in the chat, or if you're in there, let me know who's in there in the chat. See what's going on, man. We'll see if some people show up here. Yeah, now that everything's working properly, it's good to go. Oh man. Yeah, Saturday night live stream debacle. We're getting there. Things are looking better though. If you can, got a better microphone, better camera, a little bit extra, better lighting, getting that cleared up. So things are looking better. I'm pleased for sure. You know. But yeah. Guess we'll do some shredding until someone shows up. Who knows? Got a Hank Coffee in here saying, "Yo, what's up, Hank?" So yeah, were you the one? Were you the one person watching when I was messing up? I swear, man, I had it set, but if you look at OBS, it's like a black dot that looks like it's off for kids or on for kids. I don't know. Really silly, man. But I legit looked at it, and then I'm turning this turn the stream on, and it's like chat's off. I'm like, ugh. So I think I'm gonna save these settings so I never have this problem again. Yeah, man. Yeah, we chilling. Ain't nothing going down, man. I figured there might be a miracle, and like it's like 30 people waiting. No miracles, man. There's no miracles here. Not tonight. I don't know, Saturday night. Anyway, I'll give it a minute, man. See what's cooking, you know. I might throw down a quick jam or something, but yeah, man. YouTube trippy, man. YouTube crazy. So I'm not sure who the other person is, but hey, you know, it's all good. We'll play something here. But yeah. But like I was saying, things are looking better here. The new mic I like. It's a Zoom ZD1, so it's a thousand times clearer than the previous mic. Yeah, it's if I look at the broadcast settings or whatever, even I set it up on YouTube as I can't even see it. Yeah, if you, I set it up on YouTube so no kids, but this OBS that shoots it out, and it looks stupid weird. Like it looks like it's off, but it's on. So I have it set now, obviously. So yeah, I got it fixed, man. I think I'm just gonna save these settings from now on and just update this one little template for that. But it happened last week too, and I don't know, man. But I think I got it squared away. No biggie. But as you can see, yeah, I'm starting to use the iPhone now. So yeah, the iPhone's crystal clear compared to that $35 webcam, which is garbage. So, but yeah, the camera looks better. Mic sounds better. Tweaked out the guitar tone a little bit. One of the plugins I had, I was sounding real funky, so I found something that I was in this plugin that I turned off, and it just sounded so much better without it. So, and then yeah, I got this old iPhone 6, so I can monitor what's happening because my good phone is up there hanging on the camera side. So, God, dresses Barney. Yeah, I'm serious, man. Maybe I'll do that. Do Barney and then just do a bunch of kid songs, Mary Had a Little Lamb and stuff like that. I think it'd be Mary Had, all metalized, of course, There you go, kids. That's how it goes. Metalized, for sure. Yeah, that's funny, man. Yeah, well, yeah. Classic. I don't know. That's about the only song I know for kids, so it'd be a short show for kids with that one. So who knows, man? Who knows? Well, jam something, man. Crank out this little instrumental just to get the warm up going. Let's check it out, man. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, I think I got the tones good, man. Everything's pretty well matched out, and as far as balance is concerned, drums, bass, guitars, all that stuff, everything seems pretty up in there. So I'm happy there. You know, it's cool. It's taken him. Yeah. So I found I was 2 weeks now. I've been doing pretty much been working on this YouTube stuff. I think about 2 weeks. So that's not too bad. So from 2 weeks from like garbage looking stuff to pretty decent now, I'm pretty satisfied with that. I could use some more work, but now I gotta have a problem. My big problem is now, like I stare at the TV and not at the camera. It should be, hey guys, I'm saying what's going on, but I'm constantly want to see myself on the TV. So I gotta figure out how to stop doing that. I think it's a mostly camera angle, because I can't. I need the camera right in front of me, but it's like pointing down to the side. So working on trying to find angles. Like I said, I think I just need to, once I can just like shift everything to the wall and put up like a big sheet or something like that, some backdrop or something. Then I can just point the camera right at me and have it set that way. But it ain't happening at the moment, man. No, it's a little off here. So, but it's working. It does the job. I think right now, man, I'm doing live streams just to cut stuff out, make shorts out of it, see if anything's worthwhile using. But yeah, we'll see, man. YouTube is tough, like man. Tain't easy, but yeah. Let me see. I had a set list of some stuff. Let me see what I got. Yeah, I'll do that song. I'm gonna do that song next. Oh, what's up, Deus? One of my demos. Oh man, I wonder which one. There's a couple, two demos out there in the world. I think I was like there's a 3-song Fire Within demo, and then like a. Oh no wait, I know. There's Fire Intense. That was the first demo I did. It's like 8 songs or an EP. I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, it's called Fire Intense. And then I did the Fire Within, which had three tracks with Richard Christie, and then the rest were all digital drums or whatever. So wow, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I've actually found one of those demos sitting around. I found the CD of it and the CD cover and everything. It was hilarious to find, but yeah, it's funny to listen to those, man. Those are old school, man. Those are late '90s for sure. I did all those demos and stuff. Actually, I had on my set list here to do one of these. One song from that old thing, but it came from my album as well. So a lot of those demos came, were prequels to my solo record instrumentals, and the best instrumentals I thought got on the album, and the rest didn't get on the album. Obviously, fell by the wayside. But I'm trying to bring them back, do something with them. But that's cool, Deus Miserator. Nice. That's cool, man. I like your picture too, man. Was that the Joker? Looks like a good killing Joker. Yeah. So we rocking. But let's see here. Yeah. We pop on this Destiny's Call. It's an old classic. Let's see, Destiny's Call. Yeah, Hank. There's supposedly some AI thing that'll like literally. It would probably look stupid on me right now because it makes your eyes uh, like look at the camera like by AI. I don't know why that camera's tripping right now. That's kind of freaky. That was weird. The camera was like, wow, trying to focus or something. That was bizarre. Anyway, what it is. Let's rock out to some Destiny's Call. It's like old classic. It's off my solo album. Haven't played it in a long time. Sorry, Robert. Yeah, I appreciate you coming back, man. I hope hopefully people figure it out. I screwed up and had a setting wrong, and man, totally, it was like set for kids, so the chats wouldn't work. So I'm like, God. And then I started again, that didn't work, and then I finally figured it out after like three times, and we finally figured it out. And yeah, now the chat is open because this ain't for kids, man. It could be for kids. If kids are watching, I don't care. I'm not gonna. I've learned my swearing lesson. I've curved my mouth a whole bunch, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't care. Kids could watch us. Who knows, man? There's some stupid stuff I just talk about. Whatever. I'd look at the chat, maybe answer questions. Talk about stuff. Someone reminds me of some cool stuff. I talk about it. But all right, I got it right. Good. Yes, I appreciate that, man. I try to look at names and try to figure it out. I'm really good with figuring out names. A lot of strange names I've seen in my life, and I've tried to pronounce them exactly how they are without even knowing how to pronounce them, and I usually get it right. So that's cool, man. Okay, American Werewolf. God, man, that's an old movie, man. I haven't seen that in a minute. I need to go. I need to go look at that again. It's been a while, man. That's one of the classic movies for sure, man. Okay, Robert. Nice, man. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Rob Rock. I was 1999 through 2004. Yeah, I was working with Rob, and it was a great time, of course, man. Rob's amazing singer, and his albums were awesome to play. I didn't play. I didn't play any rhythm stuff, just solos on the Eyes of Eternity record, and a couple solos on I don't remember this Garden of Chaos, I think it was, but yeah, 2000. The Eyes of Eternity record was probably the one I played on most. Had a lot of solos on there, which was cool. That was fun, and yeah, we toured a whole bunch, played a lot of countries, man. It was great, great times. Great. It was probably the best time of my life, man, as far as music's concerned. So, um, but yeah, and okay, you do have a solo album, cool. I only have one solo album. Um, I had a second one planned, but yeah, the first one. Funny story behind that, and it's unfortunately a sad story. After I got signed and we got the album done and put the album out, it sold decently, maybe I think around 8,000 copies altogether, and this is right around the time when like the download, the illegal download stuff started going with I can't remember those Napster and stuff like that, and apparently the record company did like a search because there was like all the record sales were really low, and they did searches, and I think around 20,000 people downloaded my album off of one of those downloading services like Napster. I don't remember what it was called, LimeWire, stuff like that. So I lost 20,000 sales right there, and unfortunately, when you're with a label, they require you to have a certain amount of sales in order to either do another record or do a tour or something like that. And just didn't have enough sales because of that whole downloading thing that just like boomed right there. And that was a big bummer, man. But yeah, you got it, Hank. Napster, LimeWire, pretty much, man. I used it myself, so that's my fault too. But I probably, but yeah, for me, it would have been nice if it didn't happen just right around that same time. And I think the Metallica album, that one Metallica album came out the exact same day my album released too, which was I begged the record label not to put it out that day, but they did, and that kind of cut. People are gonna go, Metallica, or I'm gonna buy a Rick Renstrom solo album. So if people were knew me and they're like, well, I'll buy that, obviously, and they didn't care about Metallica, but more people probably cared about Metallica at the time, which is fine. Obviously, I mean, I'm not as big as Metallica. I never will be. Maybe I will. Who knows? I can't say never. Never say never. So, but at this point, Metallica's pretty big. But yeah, so tis what it is. Tis what it is. It happens. But yeah, it's a classic record, and I appreciate that you have it in your possession, and many do. It's out there, and it's hard to find now. I've seen some copies for like $60 on like Amazon or eBay. So wild. Yeah, exactly, Robert. No, I mean it is what it is, and I definitely made a good name for myself. And there's more sad stories beyond that. That's not even the saddest of stories, uh, because yeah, this is the music industry. Right around that time when I was with Rob, and things were starting to go great, and then just certain things in the world started happening, and yeah, that's what things started going downhill real fast, and it was a bummer, man. But you know, I worked 5 years of my life doing that, and it was amazing. So what can you do? And so now I'm doing YouTube. I would have a real job obviously during the day, but I kind of like get back into playing and stuff again. So fun stuff, fun stuff. But all right, well, enough chatting, man. For a second, we'll let the chat roll up, and I'll play a jam here and see how that goes, and then I'll come back to some chat and see what's cooking. All right, here we go. This is Destiny's Call. This is off that solo album that you have, Robert, and probably off that same demo you have, Deus. So yeah, this ought to be fun, man. Urban Jam, man. It's like I like that song, man. It's a classic song. I really like that one a lot, man. That's fun to play. What's we got here? We got here. Oh, Deus, you going way back, man. Wicked Ways, Time Bandits. Wow. Yeah, Chuck Schuldiner, he definitely 100% produced that. Amazing. Chuck was a so close friend of mine, man. It was unreal. How I met him and how things went down and how we got to be friends. So cool, man. But yeah, for sure, man. A quick story about Chuck. So this is all in Altamont Springs, Florida, and I lived in an apartment like right on a corner of like the highway and State Route 436, and there was a gas station right at the edge of our apartment complex. And I go up there every day, and pick up a pack of smokes or some crackers or something to eat, whatever. And standing in line, and I think I had an Ingve Eclipse tour T-shirt on, all ripped up and stuff. And Chuck's in line in front of me, and he turns around and he's like, "Oh, Ingve, man, you like Ingve?" I was like, "Yeah, I love Ingve." Blah blah. And we started chatting and stuff, and I was like, "Yeah." I didn't even know it was Chuck, by the way. This is the craziest part. I didn't know it was him because I didn't really know who Death was. I barely knew Death because of Andy LaRocque played on Individual Thought Patterns, and it's the first time I ever heard Death, but I really only listened to it because of Andy. So I didn't know who Chuck was. I didn't know what he really looked like, and so we're chatting back and forth, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I play in a band." He's like, "Whoa, no way!" And I was like, "Yeah, I play. If you like Ingve and a bunch of other bands, because Wicked Ways was real super influenced by Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Rainbow and Ingve and Deep Purple and stuff like that. It was real, amalgamation of different styles." But Chuck was intrigued, and I told him, where to play. I said, "Dude, come check us out." And like I said, I didn't know it was him. And sure enough, we whatever Friday night, Saturday night, whatever, at the place we were playing at. Whispers everywhere, everyone's talking, and then I can't remember. Someone comes up and goes, "Hey, dude, Chuck from Death's here," and I'm like, "Who? Death? Wow!" And then I looked at, it and I'm like, "Oh, that's the guy I met at the gas station." I'm like, holy crap, man! So sure enough, and that was the basically the first time we met, and he loved our band because he was really into power metal and stuff like that, and the classic British metal. So after the show he invited all of us to his house, and we hang out and party whatever and jammed out music and stuff, and it was the start of a great friendship, man. And there was a lot of times he'd just call me up and say, "Can you come over and hang out?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure, man." So that was cool. But he produced that. We all recorded on his gear too. Like he had an 8-track digital recorder, and yeah, he did all that stuff on his recorder. And we just basically, it was like 8 tracks worth. So it was like drums and a bass and a couple guitar tracks and then vocal tracks, and that was it, man. And then he put it all together, and then we did all the stuff. I got a friend of mine who did graphic design, so he helped me put together the tape cover and took it to Kinko's. I got the whatever copied a bunch of times and started sending them out everywhere. That's really cool, though, man. But yeah, he did that one, and then we did a second demo after that. And maybe if I can find it, I'll upload it. If you hit me up on the, send me your emails, or send me an email, through my website or my excuse me, through the YouTube. I have a copy of the second demo of Wicked Ways. If you're interested in the Wicked Ways stuff, I've got a copy of that too. So, shoot, hang on, I'm gonna give me a drink real quick. Okay, it's okay. But yeah, yeah. If you check my channel, RickRenstromOfficial@gmail.com, make sure you send me an email if you're interested, and I'll find those. I have them copied down somewhere. The second demo that we did with Chuck, which is even better than the Time Bandits one. But yeah, I think pretty cool, nostalgic, if anything. If you want to check it out. You know what, Deus? You just reminded me. I was thinking about that place the other day, Johnny's Rockin' Bistro. That's hilarious, dude. I, I was trying to remember, like, thinking of that place. We used to play there all the time. Yep. Yeah, they came out there a couple times. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, Richard's another great friend, old friend of mine, man. So awesome. Yeah, Johnny's Wrecking Bistro, hilarious. They had great pizza there, man. And Johnny was a super cool guy, man. He loved us. I don't know why. He loved us, and he always wants to play there. So we were more than happy to because he gave us pizza and stuff. So and beer. So it was cool. It was fun always, man. That's classic though, man. Wow. So all you guys are from like must be from Central Florida then. That's crazy. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, it was Albertsons. Holy moly! Yeah, it was a while back, man. But yeah, I think in '99, I unfortunately, man, you know the story of Chuck, and I learned about it. I think before anyone knew about what was happening to him, and it sucked for sure, man. But I had to. I went ahead and stopped playing with the Wicked Ways band. Ugh. Chuck was the driving force at that point, and I knew he's not going to be able to help us at that point. So yeah, I essentially just kind of quit the band and moved on and started with my solo stuff and started working on trying to make an album. And then I obviously met Rob um, thereafter. I met Rob in late '99 because the cool thing was he played at Fairbanks Inn. If you guys must be from Central Florida, man, so you know what Fairbanks is. If you know what Johnny Rock and Bistro is, you know what Fairbanks Inn is. So or FBI. So, but yeah, he had a band that played there once, and I missed it, and I was bummed. But I looked him up on the internet, and I sent him an email and said, "Hey, Rob, I think you're living in Central Florida, man. I'm looking for a singer to sing on my solo record." And he's like, well, I might be interested in that, but I've got a better offer for you. I think if you're interested. And he sent me a CD of Rage of Creation, and I learned all that stuff like real fast, man. I was like, oh, okay, man. So I learned the whole album like in a day, and then he came over and I played the whole album for him straight through, and he was totally blown away. So he asked me to start playing with him. So yeah, it was late '99, or yeah, mid to late '99. And then by the end of '99, December, we was went to Germany and was playing a show, and which is cool. Man, I'd love to talk to Steve. I haven't talked to him forever. I think he was on Facebook, and then he kind of disappeared on Facebook, and I think his wife's still on there, Susan. But yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while, Steve, man. But yeah, what a man! I love hanging out with Steve. Man, he's so funny, and we always had a good time, man. Laughing at stuff, man, and playing and just jamming and stuff. That's cool though. Yeah, he owned that place. They had that. They bought a whole CD place. I can't remember where it was. It was in Altamont or Longwood or something like that. That was like during the late time of Rob Rock Band. They bought like a whole store to do CDs. We used to practice there too at some point, which was pretty wild. Cool, man, Deus. Yeah, make sure you just hit me up my email, rickrenstrom@gmail.com. And then I will send you a Dropbox link or something with it, or probably a Google Drive link or whatever, so you can check it out. Wow, dude. For Fairbanks Inn is now a pulmonary clinic for sleep study. It's funny, there was never any sleep at that place, so man, it's so crazy. Okay, nice day. It's the Death Symbolic record album party. That was a classic, man. I can't remember if I was there. Yeah, we were there. I believe we were there hanging out. Because yeah, that's around the time we were really hanging out with Chuck was when they were doing Symbolic. Um, Super cool, man. Yeah, right, Robert. Seriously, man. I mean, if you're trying to get sleep, man, it's probably the ghosts of so many bands playing there in your head while you're trying to sleep at that place, man. Tracy Shell, he still plays, or he was playing with Rob still. Yeah, if you watch that, they did that thing in Prague Power in Atlanta a couple years ago. If you look up Rob's video, Hank, um, it's like a whole concert, and Tracy was playing, and he killed it, man. Like Tracy, yeah, he changed everything or something. He just plays insane on that video, man. Check it out. If you can't find it, man, I'll find it for you. But it's like something like the voice of melodic metal, and it's the Prague Power Festival of, oh man, I don't even know, 2018, 20 something, 2018, I think. Well, it's pretty cool, man. Pretty sick. So, all right, let's see what we got here. 30 minutes in. Let's do another jam here, man. I'm starting to get some people up in here, so they probably don't hear me talk. But all right, here's a classic. Deus and Robbie, you probably know this one. The Opus Licks. This is probably my trademark song right here. And there's a video of me playing it online, but I busted it out and then I brushed it off a little bit. So we'll go through that one. Haven't played that in a minute. Let's see here. Opus. I cut out the acoustic part, obviously, because that's going to be a rough one. So, but let's load her up. All right, people. This is the oldie but a goodie, the classic Opus Licks. Let's go. classic, man. I haven't played that in a long time. I actually haven't played it in forever, and I just played it like maybe once or twice before the stream, so that wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. So I'm happy about that. Ugh. What we got here? Oh, Dana. All right, Dana Whip. Nice to see you back in here. She misses the FBI, yes. Or he or she. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. But anyway. Thanks, Hank. Thanks, Hank. Man, yeah. FBI. Yeah, it was a crazy, crazy times. So many bands. So many bands. Everyone. I can't remember Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays and Sundays, and we have a big band come out or whatever. It was awesome back in the day. And Johnny's, yeah, man, I wish is that place even still open? Johnny's Rockin' Bistro. I swear I don't even know. I haven't been back to Central Florida since wow, 2010 or so, maybe 2000. Yeah, 2010 is the last time I've been to Central Florida. I haven't been up there since. So I don't know what's going on up there anymore, but. No, I sure don't, Dana. No, I don't talk to any of those guys anymore. I haven't seen or heard from them. And, yeah, but yeah, I think we all left on bad terms. I mean, Case Williams has contacted me on Facebook a couple times, and he was always a cool guy. But I think we just all, in the end, man, it was bad news for us. I think it was just never going to work, and problems. Everyone's having their own thing going on, so. It is what it is. That was a long, long time ago. That was 1999. So we're talking 24 years ago at this point. But yeah, whatever. I moved on. I'm pretty sure they all moved on at this point in life. But yeah, it was a good band though. We had something. But man, I just couldn't hit it. Just couldn't get the traction we needed to get a deal and all that stuff. So it was a bummer. I mean, I was hoping that Chuck was going to be able to help us and get us, a record deal with someone, and I tried hard too. I tried getting us a record deal in Japan and Germany, and no one would bite on it at the time. And yeah, it was rough, and we put a lot of time and effort into that thing, but just couldn't pull it off. But that's how it goes, and that was a bad time for metal. Really, it really was not the greatest time. If you were not a band already established in the world, then you're gonna have a real tough time doing anything, and if you didn't stand out in such a way, I don't know. I mean, we were a good band. I remember, and we were, I think, Jam Magazine. We were like nominated for like best metal band in like '95 or something like that, '95 or '96. And God, I was hoping we'd win that, but who remembers that? Jam, you all remember Jam Magazine, right? Gosh, that's going way back. I used to pick that thing up every week. Good Lord, that was fun. Yeah. Yeah, Central Florida, man, those were the days. I tell you, the mid '90s, and I don't know why I kind of know why. I mean, actually, a friend of mine came down to Florida, and he brought a Jam magazine to Ohio, and I looked at it, and I was like, man, Florida's pretty hopping, and I think bands like Iced Earth were just getting going, and Camelot, I think maybe. So there's some bands like, wow, there's some metal scene going on. I thought there was some crazy metal scene going on here, but and this is all 91, 92, so grunge had really taken over, but yeah, but it looked like, Florida might have been still going or something like that, and we moved down here in 93 and moved right to Altamont Springs. That's where we were at, and yeah, I mean, we kind of took us a while even to get a band going. And by the time we did get a band going, I think it was just things definitely went down. I think when we got here, the station was still around. I know I know all you remember is the station because that was the place to be. I mean, God, if you were playing the station, and there was so many cool bands playing there. That was amazing. Amazing times got there. And I think by the time we got going, the station closed down, and all we had left was FBI, Fairbanks Inn, and what about Club Nowhere? That was another one. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, Dana. Yeah, Backlash. That was another cool band, man. That was great stuff. Loved those guys. They were always fun to hang out with and do shows with and stuff. Heard they moved to Germany or something. I don't know if they did anything beyond that. I remember them saying they were moving to Germany and trying to do something over there, which is cool. I mean, Germany was an awesome place. I don't know if moving there to Europe, even though I've been to Europe so many times, I don't think moving there would have helped me become a bigger known name or something like that. It was just yeah, you just need a record deal and someone pushing out there and playing large shows. That's really all. But yeah, I'd love to live in Switzerland though. God, let me move to Switzerland and live there. That place was amazing. Probably my favorite place of all time. Yep. Okay, everyone's talking the station now. Yeah, y'all remember that, don't you? I loved the station, and I remember the best, probably the best real band, big band I saw there was Merciful Fate with King Diamond, and I loved King Diamond stuff, and dang, that was amazing. That was probably one of the coolest shows I ever saw in my life. But yeah, that was, and I got to meet King Diamond on top of it all, uh, which was super cool, amazing. I wish it would have been his band because Andy LaRock is easily in my top five favorite guitar players of all time. So I've yet to meet Andy LaRock, but one day maybe, who knows? Oh, John Sparks back to Longwood. Bummer, man. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know how you people. Or I don't know how people move. Just literally, just get up and move to Europe. I could imagine it, and it's tough. That's a tough move. And then you got to learn everything. It's completely different there. It's not like you could just move to another state in here, and then just learn the map a little bit, learn the streets, and figure out the routes and stuff. But over there, it's completely different. Things are far away from each other, like really far away. You just can't go hang out at Walmart or something like that. You got to drive like 50 miles to get to a place like that, if they even have something like that. There was Walmarts though, and when I went to Germany, so I know there's someone out there. But yeah, that would be tough. That'd be a tough move. We got nice, Deus. Yeah, you probably saw me there, man. I was all up in that show, man. I loved that show. Yeah, In the Shadows tour. That was a great record. That was an amazing record. I love that record. Great tunes on that thing, man. Great sound too. Classic sound. But yeah, that was an amazing show. It was a mind-boggling show. I was so blown away. I did. Yeah, Snowy Shaw was in that band. And he was amazing. He was an amazing drummer, man. That was so cool. I did get to meet him too. But yeah, Snowy was another reason that guy could play. My God. Wow. Yeah, I didn't see too many big bands. I Savage. Okay, you know what? You want to talk about a big band that I saw at the station, and it's really sad too because I think it was his last show with Sabotage. I was at that show, and Chris Oliva. I wouldn't say he's up there in my influences. Not like a top 10, but I don't know. I didn't really get into Sabotage until later on, but I love Sabotage stuff, and I listened to Chris's solos and learned a few of them, and man, that guy was awesome. But man, yeah, I swear to God, I think that was like his last show was at that station in 93 or something like that. And because yeah, he died in a car crash or something on his way somewhere a couple days after that show, I think. So that's a bummer, man. But that was probably. I mean, I'm grateful that I saw him play once live, for real. It wasn't with John Oliva too, which is a bummer because I love John Oliva and I've known John for years and years and years. But yeah, Chris, that was a bummer to hear that after that show. He had a car accident, so it happens. So man, people in Florida can't drive for diddly squat anyway. So you got to keep your eyes peeled on these people when you're driving these days. Yeah, he is Hank, man. Yeah, I've seen some recent stuff, King Diamond videos or live stuff, and dang, yeah, he can still hit the notes, and Andy still rips the leads, man. And their other guitar player, Mike Weed, is all super amazing too. He's one of the best guitar players out there right now. He just overshadowed a little bit by Andy, I think, but not. But he was in a band called Memento Mori, which is unreal band. I'll freaking love that band. Which Mike Weed played in, so pretty cool. But yeah, I can't think of any other shows. You guys probably saw more shows at the station than me. I moved there late in the game, probably. Like Merciful Fate, Sabotage, two of the biggest. The rest were just like local bands I always see. I remember Azrael. Um, God, what was that? There was another band sounding like Queensryche. It had Bob Rossi who played with Rob Rock too, and then I can't think of the name right now. And that was a cool band. There's a couple interesting. I remember a couple of bands that were trying to do something there, but yeah, it was wild stuff, man. No, Dana, no bands now. I'm not into. I don't want to play in a band. I have a real job during the day, and being in a real band is so tough. You probably know. It's so tough. It's like a marriage. You're like married to those people, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you got to be at practice, and you got to drive here to go to this show and play in front of 20 people or something. I'm just not into that anymore. I think if the right opportunity hits, I'm totally down, but I'm not looking to do any band stuff right now. I'll probably do some collaborations in the future on YouTube. Get some people out in the world, and we'll do some cover songs or something, or a original song. I don't know. I'm still working on my YouTube channel, trying to figure out exactly what it's supposed to be or what it's going to be. Because right now, all we're doing is just live streaming Saturdays and throwing up shorts and stuff like that. Oh, Kyle. Yeah. Oh, Deus. Yeah, Kyle. Cool, man. He's a cool dude, man. Yeah, he met him on Facebook. I don't think I've ever. I probably hung out with him. I maybe we hung out at some point in Florida somewhere. But yeah, he hit me up one day and just like, can you play on this album or play a solo on his record or on a song? And I was like, sure, man. I didn't. I love playing solos. So if someone asks me to play a solo, or I'm totally down. That's what I love to do is write solos. I like to write stuff. And me and Hank the other day did this, thing for a band called Six Sense, and I probably put that solo together in a couple hours. But it was fun because that's what I like to do. I like give me a chord progression, give me something to play over, and I'll write something to it. And that's what I've done my whole life is just writing solos and stuff. So it's cool. But it was the same with Kyle, and I've been on a couple other people. Other people have asked me. Max Carlisle had me asked me to play on one of his songs a couple years ago, and I was totally down, man, because I just love it. Give me a blank canvas and to create something, and that's what I like to do. But Kyle was a cool dude, man, real cool guy. Yeah, Dana, it is a huge commitment. I don't want to commit to that. If I'm going to do something, it'll be on my terms. Chuck Schuldner was just like that. He ran the band, and everyone, even though everyone in the band was treated equally, it was still Chuck's thing, and he called the shots, and that's how it worked. I think that's the way to do it, and I've tried to do that in my past. That everyone's going to be treated equally and get paid and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to decision making and things like that, I'm going to be the decision maker. If I'm going to do a band thing or something like that anymore, even with War of Thrones, we were all kind of doing everything, all of us doing everything. Someone was doing something here, someone was doing something there. So we were all kind of working together, which was cool. And I love those guys, Wade and Richard, amazing. Some of my best friends from forever. So. But War of Thrones, it just didn't work out, and I think I just got over playing live. I didn't really like playing live anymore at the time. It was just so much stuff to do, a lot of effort, and I don't. It just wasn't like it. I think I was pampered too much when was with Rob Rock because I didn't have to do anything. I just had to play guitar. Fly to Europe, get on a bus. We're at the show. Play your guitar. That's it. And then the show's done. Go do whatever you want. And that's what I need, I think. I didn't have to carry guitars. I didn't have to carry amps. Didn't have to set up anything. Didn't have to do anything. And I think that's made me jaded, unfortunately, because I was so pampered, I guess. And everyone was. No one had to do much of anything. We just plugged in the guitar and play. We had people doing stuff for us, so that was awesome. I don't. Was that? Hank may know. I don't know, Hank. Were you on that? The one tour you did with us was that? We had everything hooked up. I never had to do nothing, man. woke up and played, man. I literally would like wake up an hour or so before the show and be like, "We're ready? Okay, here's your guitar. Cool, let's go, man." And that was it. It was fun, but yeah, classic stuff. So yeah, let me see what else I got on the set list. Let me have another song here. Another song of me. Okay, yeah. Guess we'll go with the quickies tonight. We'll go with the speedy jams tonight. I got a one that no one's ever heard. I don't think anyone's ever heard this outside my circle. But I wrote it a long time ago, and it's a shredding song. And it was instrumental at first, and then a couple years ago, I think in 2015, there's a guy named Diego Valdez, amazing singer. He sounds like Dio, but he's from Argentina, and he's amazing. And we were trying to collaborate on a whole album together, and I wrote a whole album for him of songs, and pulled this one out of the old suitcase essentially, called Storm Rider's Fate. But we changed it to something else. But it's pretty cool jam. We'll go ahead and play that one. We're about an hour into the streams. We'll play this one. We'll chat a little more, and then cut it out and whatnot. But let me crank this one up. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you're right, Hank. Yeah, I think I brought that. I brought an SKB rack. I brought my stupid valve state head and two guitars. I think we had to bring two guitars because Rob wanted us to have two guitars in case of emergency or whatever on that one. But because he was pretty nervous about, he didn't want anything getting messed up or whatever. He wanted everything to be perfect, that was his first tour, so I get it. But yeah, I didn't even need nothing of that. I could have just brought my guitar and we would have been set, man. But yeah, and that valve state kept blowing up everywhere we go. My valve state would blow up. There was the fuse because the electricity over there is obviously different, and I had a power converter and everything. But no matter what, I'd always blow a fuse. I had 2 packs of fuses and stuff. It was stupid, so dumb. But it is what it is. All right, yeah. Let's crank this one up. See how it sounds. It's called Storm Rider's Fate. Oh, yeah. That's a good song. Cool song. I haven't played that in like 8 years. I played it a couple times this week, but I haven't got it all figured out yet. But whatever, man. We're just playing around, having a good time, you know. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, you remember those big old boxes? I don't even know, man. Everything's were looked like a little mini power brick or something. Those things were huge. I was like, what is this? Plug it into it. And I'd pray every time I turn on my amp, right before a show or a soundtrack, hit the button, click, and then watch the fuse go. Pew! Like, no, dang. Well, thanks, Robert. Appreciate that, man. I really do. Getting better, man. Like I said, I don't know if you've been in the previous streams, but yeah, it's been 5 years since I've played, and slowly getting back into it, getting my chops back and getting all my skills and stuff going again. It's really takes a lot, It's people say, oh, it's like riding a bike, man. You'll be right on it, yeah. No, it's like riding a bike, but there's a lot you got to remember. There's like a lot to it, which is fun. It's fine for me. I've been doing this my whole life, so it's in my head. But what the problem I think is that you get older and you things don't move like they're supposed to, and then if you haven't played for 5 years, then yeah, your fingers aren't warmed up for that, and stretched out. And I'm still working on stuff. I think I got the speed stuff down. My arpeggios are still. I need to work on my arpeggios and stuff like that, and some other little things. But it's coming together. It's gonna get there, But it's really only been I've been playing again for about a month now, and I started doing YouTube stuff about 2 weeks ago when I felt that I was good enough that I could throw something out there just to start kind of drumming up some interest again and whatnot, and see who's out there, and hit up Facebook and do some stuff and drop some shorts videos, because those are shorts is where it's at right now for YouTube. So I try and do a lot of been dropping a lot of those, just trying to push it out there and see what happens. And haven't done any long form videos yet. I have a queue in the works, but it all takes time. But yeah, I've been trying to get everything perfected with the video and the audio and all that stuff. So it's been a couple of weeks of just one mistake after the other, mistake, fix it, learn something new, one after the other, until you get to a point where, okay, it's starting to come together. So I'm pretty happy with where I'm at, as opposed to where it was 2 weeks ago. And I'm sure in 2 weeks I'll be like, wow, I'm happier than where I'm at with that. So yeah, Hank, I do, man. I got the two guitars right behind me. This Charvel, and then I got the blue, or no, I'm sorry, it's a purple Jackson that I use. But yeah, I keep them in the case. I don't lock the cases though, but I keep them closed up. Funny, I have a guitar stand over there behind the place you can't see. The Closet of Doom. There's like two real nice guitar stands over there. I need to pull one out just so I can put it down when I'm doing work and stuff, because otherwise I'm like laying it flat on the floor. I'm buttoning it up against an amp or something like that. So luckily it hasn't fallen over yet, which is awesome. So, but yeah, I need to pull one of those stands out for sure. There's these two crusty Jacksons, like these like real cheapy Jacksons. I bought them. They're like $100 a piece. I bought them like, I'll throw some new pickups in and put a Floyd on it and all this stuff. And like, it was like these project guitars I had, and didn't work, man. I think that when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to clean one up and I'll give it to somebody. I'll autograph, sign it or whatever, and I'll give it to somebody. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll have a contest, and someone will get a free guitar. Not a great guitar, but it'll be free. I'll ship it and everything. Ship it right to you. I'll go buy a little soft case and everything. Yeah, Deus, that is a class. I've that valve state. I got another one sitting over here, that to the left of me that you can't see. But yeah, I've got two of the valve states. That one at least I think works. I think Rich from Warathon. So I think he might have a valve state at his house too. Being a total of 3 valve states I have. But yeah, I've always buy valve states. Chuck was the one that got me into valve states. Because I was using an ADA MP1, I think, when I met Chuck, and my sound was just garbage. And then I was just like so tired of moving this rack around. It was like a 12, it was like a 12 space rack with a Mesa Boogie power amp and the MP1, a whole bunch of stuff. And I got tired of carrying it around. And when I met Chuck, that's what he started using this valve state. He's like, dude, you gotta play a valve state. I'm like, okay. So I went and bought one, and my sound just changed completely. So I was just a valve state, and I had a full stack. I think I had two. I still had the Mesa Boogie cabinets back then, so I had a square one, and the A and the B cabs, essentially Mesa Boogie cabs. So it was, and those speakers were amazing. But yeah, valve state. So it basically just took a valve state in the cabinet wherever I went for a longest time. But I don't use it too much anymore. I might prefer the JCM 2000 DSL 100 that I have, which is probably in my opinion, probably one of the best Marshall amps. It's right up there, I think. With it's for a modern Marshall. Obviously, the JCM 100 is going to be probably the number one Marshall amp of all time, but or not even probably. There's so many other cool Marshalls. Hank would probably know more than me, man. I haven't messed with Marshall. Even though I got a Marshall T-shirt on. Hey, I haven't messed with Marshalls in forever. Because I use a plug-in now, but basically the plug-in's got Marshalls in it. So, and even on that box, if you see that box right in front of the cabinet, that's one of those Marshall Code 100, those digital modeling Marshall amps. It's still in the box. I never even opened the box yet, so I have to crack it open one day. Well, that's great news, Dana. Yeah, I probably should have never stopped, and even during the pandemic, probably should have started picking up and starting this YouTube thing, but I didn't care. I was like I work hard during the day. My brain is overworked. By the time I usually get home, I want to collapse on the couch, and I don't even want to do anything other than like sit on the couch and maybe play video games or watch movies or whatever. And even though my brain is still overloaded these days. I found more time. That's really just about time. So I carved away some time from the TV and the video games and the stuff, and started playing guitar again and practicing and whatnot. So, and it hasn't taken too long to get things going. But yeah, I've been talking to Hank for a while. He's like, man, you need to play at least once a day or something, man. And I'm like, you're right. And so here we are. We're back. We're back doing it, having some fun at least, And I've mentioned before on my streams, it doesn't take much for me to turn on some lights, turn on this camera, turn on my amps, my softwares and stuff, and just sit down and play. It's fun to do, and I enjoy it. And if people enjoy it too, then I'm more than happy with that. That's cool stuff for me. So. Yeah. Yeah, we need to talk about that ADA emulator, Hank, for sure. I need to check that out. I used to love that thing, man. I got the greatest sounds from that MP1. It was just like the perfect lead sound. I got the perfect rhythm sounds, and I had this huge pedal. I could set everything up. It was all MIDI controlled. I could like switch so much stuff. And when I was playing the cover band with it, like I had one of those ISP 20. It was an ISP 21 harmonizer or something like that. It was a Digitech harmonizer, and we did so many songs that had harmonies, and I would like sit there and I could click the pedal and change to do different harmonies for different songs, and it was the coolest setup ever, man. It's probably it was back in the day when like big setups were awesome. You're like, oh, everyone's got this huge rack with all this stuff in it, and mine was cool. It was so cool to use, but I think it got to the point, man, I just had to stop. Oh, yes, yeah, TSL. Funny enough, I have a TSL sitting right here as well. I don't like it as much though. It's a good amp, but it doesn't do what it just doesn't do what the DSL did. It's weird. I don't know. I get two different tones from it. It's a spoken amp, but yeah, the DSL will always be my number one, next to the Valve State for sure. I did not. I've never been to. I went to Morristown to hang out, but I never recorded. Never recorded there personally. I was able to hang out once or twice and see what things were happening. But as far as recording there, no, I wish. The Morris sound is amazing. And the Morris brothers are insane, but they cost money, lots of money, lots of money. Yeah, 800, 900, those are good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong on Marshall anymore, man. I've always loved this. I used to be a Mesa Boogie fanboy when I was like 18 or 19. My real young days, and then I just wasn't getting the tone that I wanted from it anymore. And then that's when I switched to the ADA and used that for a while. And then when I met Chuck, I got the Marshall, and I have not looked back on Marshall. If I play anywhere, there has to be a Marshall cabinet and a Marshall head of some sort, and I will not play anything else other than that. So I wish I was big enough that Marshall would endorse me, but I'm not. But I still will play a Marshall. I don't care. Yeah, Dana, it's easy to get burned out too. I with the last band, War of Thrones, we went for years and years and years trying to perfect this album, and just things when it released, it just didn't happen. And they wanted to keep doing shows and trying to do stuff, and I just was just so burnt on everything, on top of working and stuff like that. And I had to stop. I couldn't. It wasn't working out for me. The whole guitar thing wasn't working out for me, and yeah, like I said, it stopped, and it was burnout, just like you probably said. So moved on, but it's been 5 years, and I feel a little better about my life and where things are at, and I got time to do things, extra things now, and so and like I said, yeah, I play more than 5 minutes nowadays, but I probably play a good hour or two of working and playing, making songs and writing songs, and recording stuff, and practicing, getting better. Dang, where'd you get an email from Paul Gilbert from, man? What? Wow. Yeah, I think I never tried to email any of those guys. The one guy I tried to email, and I got a response, or I sent him a letter. I don't even remember. It was like '92. It was James Bird, who was I think he was on Shrapnel, but he played with Fifth Angel, and then he had his own solo thing, Atlantis Rising, and he's amazing. He's like a reincarnation of Uli Roth, but in his own style, of course. But he's so got this Uli Roth style. His name is James Bird, by the way. But I sent him a letter, and he called me one time, and that was the only guy from Shrapnel I ever tried to contact. No one else I never tried to contact. But that's cool though, man. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, man. I think in the early '90s, I was barely. I think I had AOL, and that was about it. Had this cheap 486 66 PC and trying to do Photoshop on it and make a website and all this stuff. And I had no idea what the internet was, honestly. Plus, we were we were doing a lot of bad things, drinking and drugs and all that stuff. So the internet was the last thing I cared about, and I didn't know anything about it. So that's funny. You were probably like all about it, man. But yeah, I just remember all I had was AOL and I think some local internet company in Altamont Springs. I had a website with them, and I got internet through them after AOL. But I didn't know anything about the internet. I didn't know how to connect to anybody. I think James Bird actually in his CD had a fan club address, and I was like, I literally wrote him a letter, and he called me, which was awesome, and I've connected with him on Facebook and stuff. But he was super cool, super helpful. It really gave me some ideas on music business and music in itself, which was really cool. So it gave me a lot of ideas and inspiration to do what I did. So. All right, well, it looks like the stream is starting to die out. I mean, we went from like about 7 or 8 to back to 4. But yeah, like I said, Robert, Deus, man, just make sure you do hit me up on that email. Again, it's RickRenstrom at gmail.com. and I will. If it's not tonight, maybe tonight. If it's not tonight, tomorrow for sure. I'll send you a zip file or give you a link to Dropbox with those Wicked Ways, the second demo Wicked Ways stuff. It's interesting. They're pretty cool jams too. They're pretty cool. Different, totally different than the time band stuff. So, oh man, Hank, that's funny, dude. Oh, we just jumped back up to 6 people. That was crazy. Maybe more people showed up or people left. I don't know. I don't know if I have any more songs available tonight. I do, but I was gonna play that one song, the Dream Flight song that I released or whatever this week. But I didn't see Saul come in here, man. He was the guy. He was wanting to hear that, but he must have been busy tonight. But whatever. Saturday nights, I'm gonna do this pretty much every Saturday night. I might add a weekday. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this off. It's an hour and 21 in, and we got some good stuff. We had some good chats, good times, good times. A lot of Central Florida people here tonight, so that's really cool. I need to go back up there at some point. I want to go. There's a whole lot of stuff at near Disney World I want to check out. Not Disney itself, but like iDrive. A lot of cool stuff on iDrive I want to check out. I think they have a White Castle now, so I want to go up there. Let's see, Oh wow, Nophobia. Oh man, dude, you're really bringing it tonight with the Nophobia. I think I've been to one of their parties, man, back in the day, one or two. It was a long time ago. God, Nophobia. Wow, man. That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, bringing back a lot of memories, dude. But yeah, we partied a lot. The Wicked Ways, man, we were hard partiers, man. Because we were all in our early 20s and just wild and crazy, you know. And I used to work at the Orlando Sentinel, and I'd literally just party all night, and I wouldn't even get any sleep. I'd just go right to work and then come home and crash, and then we go out and party again. It's constant. Yeah, man, it was funny. I mean, I can't remember some of that stuff. Unfortunately, there's so many things that I probably don't remember because we partied so hard. I probably lost a ton of brain cells during that time period of my life, but luckily I still have a few left, which is amazing, which is always helpful. But yeah, but for sure, we'll hook you up. With that Wicked Way stuff. That's classic. That's another 3-song demo, but they had a different sound. Drums were bigger, guitars were bigger, everything was bigger. And because Chuck had a lot more, he had more new equipment, and I think he bought 2 of those digital recorders, so he had like 16 tracks this time we did that, so we have a lot more room to play around, and he really put some time and effort into it. But oh wow, Murray's Wings, man. This is like like a blast from the past, Deus. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All that stuff. That's like I said, I don't remember too much. I remember a lot that I probably can't even mention. But yes, a lot of little things I forget about. But that's amazing. Well, guys, I'm gonna cut her off here and go work on some stuff and check some things out. But I appreciate everyone that came out enjoying the stream tonight. It was fun. Got some jams through, and I'll probably be clipping some stuff out and make a highlights reel and some shorts this week of it. Hopefully there's some good enough shredding going on. But it's fun. But we're going to sign off, and appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bells and ring the notifications and like and all that kind of good stuff. You know, it's cool. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. I'm totally happy. If you appreciate the content, it's always appreciated. But again, have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you next Saturday for sure. And I keep looking at my thing. But have a great Saturday, everyone, and we'll see you next week.